this is Sven from the SRS channel back again, and today we're gonna have a look at the Present Toys 1/6 scale flight officer figure, and this is their version of the character Ripley from the Aliens movie, portrayed by Sigourney Weaver. And yeah, you can see the silhouette of Sigourney Weaver there with a facehugger on her face, because licensing and stuff like that, they called it Flight Officer. You have Present Toys logo on the side there. Also there is Flight Officer on the top there, and on the box it says PT-SP-60 1/6 scale collectible figure. And yeah, if you take off the slip cover, there you have the box itself with the image from the movie. You see Ellen Ripley there amongst some of the eggs and aliens in the top there. Flight Officer on the bottom, Present Toys on the side, and yeah, so this is basically it. Got Flight Officer on the top there as well as on the bottom. And yeah, let me open up the box and we'll have a look at the contents. And when you open up the box, this is what you will find: a plastic clam shell tray here, and there's a top and bottom section. And yeah, I'm just gonna do as usual, and we go through the accessories first, starting with the bottom tray here. This is how everything is packaged. You got the egg, facehugger, plasma rifle, and or a pulse rifle, and a flamethrower, and some strap there. You got this base, huge base, and that's it for the bottom tray. For the top tray, you got the figure, a few ungloved hands and a couple of gloved hands there. The figure, of course, and you get this bag. So let me wrestle all this crap out of the clamshells, and I'll be right back. And yes, I finally got everything out of the box, and let's just get on with it. You get this stand. As I said, it's pretty huge base for a stand, but in this case it's not just gonna be the stand on the thing here. There's also some other accessories. I'm just gonna remove this bag here, and it's just a plain basic base really, with the name tag Flight Officer here, and there's some decal stuff on the top that's supposed to look like the grid on the floor in the spaceship. And yeah, really nothing to write home about. And there's your typical rod piece there with the crotch grabber. it just straight in like that. And there you have your base. And speaking of the base, you also get this monstrosity here, which is this opened xenomorph egg here, painted and blackish pink in the inside there, and yeah, dark green for the egg exterior here. Got some felt on the bottom so it won't slide. And you got this little bastard here, the facehugger. And yeah, it's nicely painted, nicely sculpted and all that. And it's pretty much, oh, you didn't see that. There's the, it's pretty much in scale with the figure. But yeah, facehugger. You can have him displayed crawling on the ground, or you can just stick his ass in the egg and have him come jumping out. That's up to you. And you can place said monstrosity and bastard on this base if you want to. And yeah, that's it for that accessory. Stick it to the side for now. We're gonna get back to that. You also get this pulse rifle. Nicely painted and weathered. And to me it looks pretty accurate to what you see in the movie. But then again, I don't remember all that well, so it might not look like anything like in the movie at all. I remember there was this ammo counter on the side of the rifle there though, so that's pretty accurate. You got the pump mechanism here. You also have this tracker thing taped to the top of the rifle there. I think that's pretty accurate too. And yeah, nicely weathered, painted silver and green. Besides from the pump action here, there's no moving parts on it that I can see. But yeah, that's the rifle. And here is her flamethrower. Again, I don't know how accurate to the movie this is, but it looks accurate to me. It's like some sort of gray and brownish color. I don't know my colors, so yeah, there's some sort of brown green color to this, and it's weathered with some gunmetal gray. Got some black on the fuel tank here as well as on the trigger. And there's no moving parts on this one. You have the strap here, but yeah. So there's that. We'll get back to these weapons as well. You have this strap piece right here that I assume got to be for something, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what that could be. First I thought it was extra for the flamethrower, but I doubt that. And then I thought it could be for the pulse rifle, but yeah, I doubt that too, because there's no attachment point on it. And in the movie, Ripley taped the pulse rifle to the flamethrower. So what the heck is this thing for? You also got this clip piece here, so it can't be a attachment for a weapon. And I see there's a adjustment piece in there too, so it's clearly meant to be adjusted. I'm not gonna take off the rubber band and find out, because I don't care. So I just leave it right there. Moving on, you also get her bag right here. Nicely tailored, and again it looks accurate to the movie to me. So yeah, got a small compartment on the side here. Are any of them even useful? No, the side one here is stitch shut. There's a velcro on the top one, and you got a piece of styrofoam. But yeah, I guess you can use it for something. I'll just close it back up. Jesus, I hate opening these things just to find out shit I already know. But yeah, there is the bag. I would probably just take out the styrofoam and put something heavier in it, like a piece of lead or something, to give it weight. But yeah, there's that. And on the figure there is a couple of relaxed hands, and you get a extra pair of gloved hands. There is a, should I dare say, they're both trigger hands. Now I'm gonna call the left hand a support hand and the right hand a trigger hand, because it's slightly more open and it got more than a trigger grip than the right hand, or the left hand I mean. But yeah, let me, come on, focus. So it's nicely painted and sculpted. You can see the fingernails there. Yeah, see some of the stitch work in the glove itself, seam lines there. So yeah, and that acclaimed support hand here, painted, sculpted, pretty much the same. And you get a pair, or you get a set of ungloved hands that pretty much mirror the ones already on the figure, like this right here, plain relaxed hands, ungloved. So there's that, and then you get a second set of gun wielding hands. Now this trigger hand, it's very different from the, let me get it out there. It is kind of different from the gloved hand here. As you can see, and it kind of looks the same with supporting hand too, but anyway, you have these ungloved hands if you want to use them. I can't remember if Ripley even wore the gloves in the movie, but yeah, you got the ungloved hands for holding the weapon, and that is pretty much it for the accessories. So let me clean this table up and we have a look at the figure. And here we have the figure, and as you can see, it comes with a bag over her head because that's completely normal. Let's remove that one, and yeah, there she is. While she's here, I'm gonna do a quick turnaround here. There is some weathering to the outfit, and yeah, and again, it looks pretty accurate to me from what I can remember from the movie. But I didn't memorize every freaking detail in the movie, so I just telling you what I think I may remember, and yeah, there's that. And yeah, as you can see, she wears boots, trousers, a few belts and stuff here with these flares, I believe, hanging on these belts. And yeah, let's bring the figure a bit closer here so we can have a look. And I have a bunch of stuff in the way, but here is her face. Does it look like Sigourney Weaver? Yeah, I'd say so, as far as I can remember anyway. It's close enough to me. I'm not gonna say it's dead on likeness to her, but yeah. Now there's a, let me confirm things there. There's a hybrid body underneath all these clothes. There's a rubber piece for the upper torso to cover up the neck joint in there, and seamless arms. There's a visible joint on top here under the dress, and I feel the joints. I feel the difference. There's soft piece in the hip section here. There's a soft piece in the mid section, soft piece in the top section, but the legs are hard plastic. Double jointed knees. So yeah, as I said, nicely feathered in the outfit there. If I can focus this damn thing, you can see here around the waist there. I've seen some people do modifications to this figure. They swapped out the body and yeah, done a hell of a lot of things to the figure itself. But I'm not gonna even bother. I'm just gonna swap out the gloved hands for some ungloved hands in a minute here, and I'm gonna be a happy camper. There's some weathering in the panzer. Got some zippers on the front of the thighs. There's one on the bottom of the leg there too. Got side pockets here that I bet both of my testicles are not functional, but yeah, they're there. And as for the boots, let's have a look at her left boot here. It says Ripley, and it's painted fairly nice. Ripley on the side there. Again, I cannot be 100% sure, but they look similar to the boots she wears in the movie, to put it that way. And then you have her right boot here, which is yeah, they simply mirrored the fucking left boot. This is one of my gripes with this figure. They just, why the fuck couldn't they just write Ripley the normal way on the other boot too? Did they have to do it backwards or mirror the name here? But yeah, at this point I don't even care. I got the character. That's all I'm gonna say. I got the character I wanted. But yeah, patterns under the soles. I think they're supposed to be some kind of Nike shoes or something. I don't know. But yeah. And that's basically it for the figure. Now over to the shit show. So a lot of people have been complaining about this figure. So to make it easy on myself, I'm gonna put in a pause here in case I have to edit the crap out of this video later. So I'll be right back. And here we're back, and yeah, the size comparison, the dreaded height about this figure. Everybody's been saying it's she's a small figure compared to 1/6 scale. Well, here you have it. Here is the Damn Toys Resident Evil 2 Leon Kennedy figure, and here is Present Toys Ripley. Now, this right here is a SP-60 TB League 1/6 scale body. I believe it's one of the taller bodies you can get by a TB League. And over here you have the S35 body, which is the medium height body that I got in my collection, and it is pretty much about the same height as the Ripley figure here, on a flight officer figure to be perfectly correct here, but yeah. The legs on the S-35 seem a bit longer than the legs on the Ripley figure. So if the legs were shorter, the body would be shorter, of course. But yeah, if you wanted to switch to a seamless body and keep the height, you probably could use something similar to the S-35, though the S-35 body have a seamless feet, so you got to find a similar body with detachable feet. Now on the far right here you have the S-39 body. It's the smallest TB League body I have in my collection, or the shortest I should say. So it's even shorter than the Ripley figure here. So there you have it. Now you know how the Ripley figure here stands as far as 3 different heights of TB League bodies, and this Damn Toys figure here. I chose Leon simply because it was the most accessible one in my collection room, the one with the easiest pose, and that wasn't bulked up by armor and stuff. And I assume a lot of people may have this figure too. So, and it's basically the average 1/6 scale size. So now you see how this right here works out. So let's move over to the accessories. And while we're at the comparison stuff here, I said we would get back to Monstrosity and Bastard here, the Facehugger and Egg. So let me move this thing out of the way. The Egg that comes with the figure, and the Facehugger that comes with the figure. It scales pretty well with the figure itself, I think. Though some would argue that maybe the eggs are, or the egg is a little bit too small, a little bit too big. If I was to say anything, I would say maybe a little bit too small. I think the egg should probably reach up to somewhere above the figure's knee. But hey, I don't care. I got this egg right here, and we got this Facehugger, aka Little Bastard, and I wanna look at it yet again. It is nicely sculpted and painted. It looked really good. It is frickin' plastic and not poseable. But yeah, it looks good. Glossy and shiny, and yeah. The egg, like I said, painted inside there, and details on the outside. And yeah, it's an egg, it's an egg. Now, I also got this little bastard right here with the egg. So let's move on this over to the side here for a second. This Facehugger have decided to stick to this egg, but yeah, there we go, there we go. This one is poseable. I got this bastard on eBay a while back. I have him sitting on an egg there. You can have a quick look at him. And it's okay, nicely painted, sculpted too. But it is what it is. I see there's some green stuff from the goddamn egg on it, or maybe it's paint from something else. I don't know, but yeah, I don't care. This is the facehugger. It is only slightly, or let me rephrase that. The facehugger from Present Toys is only slightly smaller than the bootleg poseable one I have right here. But it's basically same scale, just poseable. Look more or less the same as well, with some minor detail differences. So yeah, and moving those aside, let's look at the eggs. Pretty much the same size. Now you got to remember, two different people made this, company made the Present Toy stuff, and some dude had a fun time making his bootleg versions of the Xenomorph egg. This egg is, you could buy these at the candy store. They had a bag of candies in them a few years back. You can see the mold line here where you unscrew the top and you find the candy stuff, and I think there was a toy in it too, but you usually got the closed ones. But I think someone modded the original toy egg to make it look like an open egg. I know there you could get one of these eggs that was empty inside too, but here you have a facehugger sleeping inside the egg there. As you can see, it's basically the same mold, or you see the same details, I should say. So this egg goes nice with this Present Toys egg. It just looks slightly brighter than the Present Toy egg here, and it's, yeah, it just looks brighter inside and outside of the egg. So yeah, and the Present Toy egg has this space piece there, but I really don't care. Same height approximately too. So yeah, these two eggs, they'll work out nice together. If you have a bunch of these candy toy eggs from years back, then you can use them along with the original toy egg is darker in color. Hold on. I got one fucker here. Come here. Yeah, never mind the facehugger stuck inside. This is the original egg. I'm trying to mod it to be an open one. And as you can see, it's slightly bigger than the egg on the left there, the bootleg egg. It's slightly bigger, but I think the guy that used the original egg somehow during the production process the mold shrinked, because this plastic egg has the exact same details everywhere as this other toy here. So if you use the plastic egg, you can use them with the present toy egg if you want to. Well, you have that going on. Anyway, I'm just gonna put the present toy egg along with the Ripley figure, and it's gonna be what it is. But yeah, bastard rolled off. So I just wanted you to see the size differences here, and that the egg stuff. I thought this present toys egg was going to be a lot smaller than the egg I already have in my collection. I have multiple of the closed eggs, so she's gonna be in trouble when she gets on display. So yeah, there is that. There you have my comparisons and opinions and all that kind of stuff on this figure. Now, is this figure perfect? Far from it. It is yeah, screw that shit. I have a bunch of things to say about this figure, but I've done the comparisons. People have been complaining about the size of the figure. Yes, it's kind of small, I guess, if you compare it to, let's bring this bastard in again, which is taller than the Ripley figure, even though he's standing on a smaller stand. It's like Leon is about a head taller than the Ripley figure. But again, I don't care. Women tend to be shorter and smaller than the average man anyway. I don't have a problem with the size on this figure, but I do have a problem with the boots. Like the writing on her right boot, that is just mirrored from the other boot, like the mold of the damn boot with the prints on it. And yeah, I don't know, it's kind of shitty to me that the right boot is completely mirrored as far as the writings on the boot goes. And I don't really like the molded boots either, because this is about the only pose you're gonna have this figure in, unless you're gonna make something that looks like a running pose or walking pose. There's no freaking articulation whatsoever in the ankles of these boots. They are hard. You can hammer down a nail with these fucking boots right there. And it doesn't lend for much posability in the ankles. And that limits your various types of poses, really. Anything else? Egg, facehugger, just fine. Let's put it to the side. I don't see anything really to complain about with this figure. you have these two weapons. In the movie, she taped these pieces together with the same type of tape she used to mount the tracker device here. Black tape. So I'm gonna find some black tape. I'm not even going to care if it looks the same as what's on this rifle here, but I'm just gonna get some black tape, electric tape or whatever they call it, and figure out which side the rifle goes onto the flamethrower. I'm gonna tape these two suckers together and I'm gonna be a happy camper. I'm just gonna put this on the figure and call it a day. That's what I'm gonna do, guys. And that's pretty much my opinion on this figure. Including 3 other pair of hands. This is what you get. You get flamethrower, pulse rifle, monstrosity egg, and bastard facehugger. You get those. You get the bag, and you get the stand and the figure, and that's pretty much all you're gonna need for your display. So yeah, there's that. I hope you liked my review on this figure, and if you did, you can give it a thumbs up if you want. As always, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel if you really must. And as always, go nuts in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.